There's no silver bullet in doTERRA, but I will tell you my secret weapon for keeping track of all of the people I'm working with and keeping them moving from that exposure to the next exposure and growing into powerful business partners is what I am going to teach you right now. And you can call it EQ, Emily's Quadrant System, or you don't have to call it anything, or you can name it anything you want. But somebody I was working with called it EQ, and I'm liking EQ. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper and you are going to divide it into 8 columns, okay? You're going to fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then fold it in half again, okay? And then at the top of each of these columns, you are going to write the following words, okay? The words that are going to change your life. Okay, the first thing you're going to write is the word connect, okay? Okay. Next word you're going to write is sample and video, or words. Next thing you're going to write is invite and remind. Okay. The next thing you're going to write is enroll. Next thing is wellness consult and continuing ed. Next is host. Next is build. And next is support, okay? Now I know some of you may like to have fancy follow-up systems with, you know, some kind of Excel document. I am old-fashioned and I like a piece of paper and a mechanical pencil because these have really good erasers, okay? So what you're gonna do is simply jot down everybody that you would like to build the business with or you think would be great customers who you are not connected with right now, okay? So let's say Sally and Tom, okay? These people maybe match your builder avatar, but you're not connected with them right now, so it would be really awkward when you haven't seen them since high school to email them and say, hey, you know, do you want to try some oils? That would be really awkward. So you want to just put their names down as people you just simply want to connect with. Next, you're going to write down who you would like to give a sample to. So let's say Jenny and Sherry. Okay, now these are people who you're already connected to, and it would not be weird for you to say, hey, I'm giving out some free samples this month. What health concerns are you struggling with in your family, or what health priorities do you have? What oils can I get you, right? Then the next column are for people who have already tried samples, who are ready to learn more. They've already tried a wild orange and they loved it. It totally supported them through, you know, some anxious feelings they were having, and they're loving it. They would like to learn more. So let's say Bill and Ted, right? We're going to put their names right here. And they are people who have already tried samples and they are ready to come to a class or have a Skype class with you if they do not live near you. Okay, the next list, let's say this is Casa and Mary, and they have already been to a class, but maybe they said, I had to check with a spouse, or I have to check with my spouse, I can't enroll tonight. These are people who have already had, you've connected, they have a sample, they've been to a class, but they haven't enrolled yet. These go right here, and you can follow up with them in different ways, maybe send them in a video, or you can say, hey, do you want to try another sample for something, right? They probably need some more product belief to see the value. That's fine, because you're in the exposure mentality. You're just going to help them have another experience. Okay, the next list is wellness consult and continuing education. Okay, so let's put John and Steve on here, okay? These are people who have enrolled and they have not had a wellness consult yet. Remember, when people's oils arrive, you use the Live Guide and help them have a wellness consult. Or these could be people that need to be invited to a continuing education event. Hopefully you're having something once a month, like a make and take, or a class on healthy gut management, or something that you can invite people to. Next list, let's say this is Vanessa and Lori, okay? These are people who have significant enough product belief that they'd be willing to host a class with you. Maybe they're not even enrolled yet. They're anybody on the planet who would host a class for you, okay? And they go in this list. And they need to have at least some product belief, obviously. Then this next list are for people that you want to set up a builder consult with. Okay, remember we use the build guide for that. We read through the build guide together. You invite them to join your mission, to join your movement. Okay, so let's put down here Stephanie and Allison, okay? These are people who definitely already have product belief. They don't necessarily even have to be enrolled either, but definitely they need to have two things: product belief, and they need to match your avatar, meaning your dream ideal avatar of who you want to be business partners with. They definitely need to match those, okay? Then this list would be, let's say, Sam and Melissa. These are people that you are supporting in your organization, the main people that you're staying in contact with on a daily basis or weekly basis, monthly basis. These could be customers or builders that you're keeping in your inner circle of support. Okay, so what this means, you guys, when you fill this out, and hopefully there are many more names on these columns than just two, but while you're listening to this webinar, I would strongly encourage you, or this video, to do this right now. Get out this piece of paper, fold it up, and write at least two names. What this means is, you guys, is that when you are setting aside maybe 30 minutes a day to work on your business, let's say you're really busy and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have some time, but I don't even know where to start. Okay, this will guarantee that you are focusing on the most important things. So all you do is sit down with your phone, make sure you have your Facebook messenger up, as well as your texting. Okay, this isn't usually an email time. This is texting or Facebook messaging. And all you're going to do is look on this list and think, how can I take them to the next step? Okay, so you're going to contact Sally, for example, and just reconnect. Hey, haven't chatted in a while. How are you doing? How are your children? That's it. Just reconnect. Okay. Then you go to the sampling. Jenny. Hey, Jenny, I'm giving out some free samples this month. Right, you're texting this. What health priorities do your family have? I'd love to share some with you. They've totally changed my life. Let me know if you'd like to try some for free. Right. Okay. And then people that have already had samples. Hey, Ted. What's your experience been with that Melaleuca? He lets you know, oh, it's great. Hey, I'm having a class next week. Would you be open to coming and learning more? We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, and you're inviting them to the class. Next list, enroll. Maybe Mary came to the class, she didn't enroll. Text her. Mary, I hope you enjoyed the class. It was so fun to see you there. Let me know if you'd like to try another sample, because obviously Mary doesn't have enough product belief, and she might text back, yeah, when I was listening in the class, I really wanted to try some Serenity for sleeping with my baby or something. You're like, great, I'll drop some off. Remember, she needs a little more belief. Okay, then wellness consult. Look at your back office. Who has not had a wellness consult? Probably have a long list there, right, people? So can schedule, hey, John, do you have any time on Wednesday or Thursday to do a wellness consult? I'm so excited to come over and help you learn how to use the oils that you purchased, right? Then host. You can say, I'm giving out free diffusers this month for anybody who will host. It would be so fun to work with you, Lori. Would you be open to hosting a class this month and getting a free diffuser? Okay, and then this is all texting. Then the next one, Allison. Allison, I know you're loving the oils. Just can't stop thinking about you. Every time I'm at a doTERRA event, my heart just starts pounding. I'm thinking about you. You align with the values and with the mission and the movement that we're about. Would you be open to meeting with me for lunch or meeting for tea at Starbucks or whatever to take a look at the business opportunity? We're having a blast. Okay, just a little something. See if she'd be open to taking a look at it. And then support. One of your builders struggling, you send him a little love bullet. Hey, Sam, you know, hope you're doing great today. Love you. Let me know if you need anything, right? And just in those few seconds, you have moved your business forward leaps and bounds. Somebody that I was mentoring last week, we went over this and she started doing this every morning for 30 minutes. She has not been in action for 5 months. And whenever you are not in action, your fear level rises and rises and rises. Inactivity breeds fear, okay? So her fear had risen and risen and risen. She didn't even know if she could still sell a kit. All I said was, don't worry about selling a kit. Just fill this out and sit down in your jammies with some popcorn, turn on a movie, and text and Facebook message away. Okay, so this is like 5 days later. She has had 3 one-on-ones just as a result of texting people, and sold a Natural Solutions at the first, a Natural Solutions at the second, and a Home Essentials kit at the second. Over 1,000 plus OV in 5 days, going from being completely paralyzed with fear, done nothing for 5 months, to just doing this. This will fill up your calendar, you guys. Don't worry about your calendar. Just worry about this. The calendar will follow. And as we say as entrepreneurs, your calendar is your boss. You do have a boss, and it's your calendar. And this is the way to fill it up. Super simple. And anytime you finish a name. This is one thing I wanted to add. Let's say I go drop a sample off at Sherry's and I send her a video. I'm going to erase Sherry's name and go ahead and put her in that next column. So now she goes in this column because she's already had a sample and I'm going to invite her to a class next time. Do you see how that works? And then let's say Lori agrees to host a class. So I might erase her name and put her over here because the next step might be to have a builder consult saying, hey, Lori, oh my gosh, you had 10 people at your class that are loving oils. Let me know if you'd like to take a look at the business opportunity. I think it'd be great. Okay? And she might say it's not the right time, but she's still going to be in that spot. Okay. One thing that you can do if you fill this out completely and have really long lists, you may want to go through and circle with a light pencil who you think are like your lowest hanging fruit, meaning people that might jump on it, and you want to contact them first. Okay. All right. EQ, you guys, get going with it. Get going with this quadrant system. It's going to change your life. Eric Worre, when he taught this system, he didn't teach it exactly like this, but he did teach us the text blitz system. And he said this was the biggest revolution in network marketing in the past 10 years. Talk about the most effective use of your time. Set aside 30 minutes a day, turn on a movie, get in your jammies, get your mechanical pencil, piece of paper, and your charged up phone, and get the results you want.